Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to this breakout session this morning. We're still this morning. And we're all talking today about solidarity through transport. That's the headline. And it's really about the real transformative role of high speed, and particular focus on Central and Eastern Europe today. So welcome to the panel, and indeed my dear colleague, Marc Guigon, who will be moderating today's panel with 2 people online and 2 people in the room. So the challenge of hybrid working, which hopefully will go smoothly today. So Marc will be moderating today. He's our Director for Passenger at the International Union of Transport of Rail. Good. I don't know where I work anymore now. Yeah. And Marc leads on high speed as well as all other exciting things, all things passenger, including our COVID-19 task force and refugee task force. So the floor is yours, Marc. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lucy, for this introduction. Yes. So good morning for half an hour and good afternoon for half an hour also. If I understand well, we have 1 hour for this session. We will have 4 speakers concerning solidarity through transport. So what a big title for that. I think it's very, very interesting title, transformating role of high-speed rail in Central and Eastern Europe. So as you said, Lucy, in the passenger department of UIC, we have some sectors. We have, in fact, 5 sectors. One is about ticketing. We spoke that in the previous session also a little bit. We 13 or 14 working groups on distribution and ticketing. There were the railway stations. There was a group there were 4 working groups on railway stations. There is commercial and regional and commuter. Tourism activities and high-speed rail, intercity and high-speed rail, with the intercity and high-speed committee, which meets 4 times a year. So concerning, you say, Lucy, transformative role of high-speed rail in Central and Eastern Europe. So today, when we see the map, so you can get the atlas of high-speed rail in the web free of charge, and you can download it, everybody in the world, no problem. Take that in your paper, the atlas, UIC atlas for high speed. You check that, and when you see the different maps which are in this atlas, you see that there are not a lot of high-speed rail today in Central and Eastern Europe. As I said this morning, the objective of the Green Deal and of the Commission is to double the high-speed rail traffic by 2030. Doubling this traffic, that means new infrastructure, of course, and new infrastructure will not be in the west part of Europe, because I think now it's quite finalized, finalized in Western Europe, but there is a big lack in Northern Europe and also Central Europe and Eastern Europe also concerning that. So it is one way to double the traffic. The other ways are, I will tell you my insight concerning that. The other ways are first to improve the capacity of the existing. It can be also done by innovation to have more trains, but also to have more people on the trains with the capacity of the trains. And it is one thing. And the last one, the third one, in my point of view, is also competition. When we see how it works in Italy and in Spain until now, we see that in order to reach this kind of objective, competition and fair competition is also a major issue and major key to double that. So we will have 4 panelists. There are 2 here around the table. There are 2 online. We'll begin, if you agree, by the panelists who are online. With Radek Čech, who is Director of International Department of Správa železnic from Czech Republic. So you are here, Radek? Yes. ZCZ.
From Praha.
You have the floor.
Okay, thank you very much for your introduction. It's maybe a very important topic for all of us, and also it's important that it's possible for us to speak common with Polish colleagues, because it's a really international issue, this project. And I would like now very shortly introduce you our connection to Poland, and also maybe some basic issues concerning our project, because it's very important part of future connection from Berlin that you are now to Vienna, and also from us to Warsaw. Maybe one note to the beginning, some reason of our project. For us, it's very important that it's about new capacity for future. We have a little bit as a tax for success of railway in Czech Republic, that our railways are full, and we have on double track line approximately 2-3 minutes train into east, and it's working very good, but we have problem in some technical problems, technical interruption and capacity restriction, and it's not possible accommodate all of train that they are registered. Our capacity, it's used more than 100%, and it's possible to see that we have average number of train very high. It's approximately 450 on double track line on most critical section on our infrastructure. Very similar is here, and we have for future solution to establish new lines to between west and east, and connect Berlin, Vienna, and also Warsaw and Krakow to Bratislava and Vienna and Budapest for future. For us, very important that it is about future connectivity between capitals in our region in 2 hours. It will be about 2 hours between Praha, Vienna, also Praha, Bratislava, also Berlin and Praha, and it will be about approximately less than 4 hours between Berlin and Vienna, and also between Warsaw and Praha, and also Warsaw and Budapest. Warsaw, Vienna will be about 2 hours. It's better interconnecting between via Vindobona, its axis Berlin, Vienna, and also about connection to Poland, to Rail Baltica, because V4 project, it's important part of our project. It's about the same lines in the Czech Republic. Some introduction concerning map. It's very important. Our speed for future will be 300 kilometers per hour. We cooperate very close with French railways concerning standards, and the main axis is the red one. East axis Berlin, Vienna, with connection the green one between Brno and Warsaw. It's a base of high-speed project in our region for future, and it's very good connected with CPK project to Poland. We have also our lines are also in proposal of European Commission to revision of TEN-T. Most important parts are in TEN-T revision with target date 2030, the rest in 2040. It's also in the moment that we established 2030 project, it's possible to divide existing fast or intercity trains from very high density, high use line from to east, and also it's possible to divide to new line and use existing infrastructure in the rest of this line. Existing status of preparational work. We are in the phase of preparational pre-project documentation is the first step for authority decision, and also it's now in after tender procedure. We have contractors for orange lines, and also we are working for tender documentation for the rest one. Very important part is tunnel between Czech and Germany of our project, between online Berlin Praha, and also it's important that it is 26 kilometers length tunnel, and it's big challenge here for Germans and also for us. And this tunnel is now, we prepare agreement between Czech Republic and Germany. We have agreement with Deutsche Bahn as Správa železnic, and we are working on maybe the first documentation, and also we investigate geology in this section. Some maybe basic conclusion: the main target is connecting Berlin-Vienna in 4 hours, and also Praha and Warsaw in 4 hours. And I hope that it can be very good base for Green Deal challenge, because it's alternative to oil from Russia, and also because it will be about moving people, passengers from plane to train, because 4 hours from our point of view is very good, and it will be about also in 1 hour connection between main cities in Czech, Praha and Brno. That's all from maybe sharing map and sharing this issue. And I am ready to discuss with you all is necessary, and I am ready to participate in our discussion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Radek, for all this information concerning your country and the new infrastructure you will have in your country. I have only one question. Are your line mixed freight and passenger?
It's a very good question. Our new line are mostly for passengers operation only. It's a reason also that we use French know-how, because French high speed it's also about mostly or exclusive about passengers operation, but it is about some exception. One is tunnel to Germany. It will be about mixed traffic, and also it will be also about the same situation online to Poland, cross-border line to Wrocław on one side, and also to Katowice on second side. And the reason is that it's a relatively low level of density, and also we need new alternative solution to Germany for our trains, freight trains to ports. We have now only double track line by river Elbe, and this line it's not we have problems there with capacity. But it will be possible also operation anything as a railjet train on our line. It will be not only for normal TGV or ICE, but also railjet as a typical product in our region will be possible to accommodate there, also as a Polish Pendolino. Minimum speed will be 200 or 230 for these trains, but freight traffic, it will be only on cross-border section in operation.
When you speak about railjets, that means night trains?
We plan a system that in 9 train it will be this line in maybe regular maintenance. We plan anything as is in France, and it will be possible to use existing lines for this type of trains. The reason is that it will be anything as a tube, as a metro, and it's necessary to have a very high level of reliability and punctuality on this line. And from French experience, regular maintenance every day, it's very, very important.
Okay, thank you. Are there some questions in the room? For Radek? No questions. So please keep online if there are some other questions at the end, and also for the discussion.
Okay.
If there is some
Thank
time
you.
for discussion. Thank you very much for your presentation. It's great, and we have also to discuss with you within the Intercity and High Speed Committee of UIC in order to set up and to update our atlas. What I said at the beginning in this panel. Jean-Christophe, are you here? Rouja, it's you, Director of Europe, Africa. Yes, please.
I'm here.
You have the floor,
I
Jean-Christophe.
hope you can hear me and see me.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. So, good morning from Paris. Yes, as SNCF, as it was mentioned by Radek, we are a little bit part of the construction of these lines in Czech Republic and in Poland. So I want to share with you our enthusiasm to see the high-speed network being developed in this part of Europe. Actually, with the French experience, we learn how important this is, not only for the development of the railway and the transport, but also for the overall development of the economy of the geography which will be served by the high-speed lines. Actually, so we are sharing this experience with our colleagues from Czech Republic and from Poland. We are also sharing some of the standards we use to develop our high-speed lines. But in addition to the standards, of course, the necessary services in the stations, in the train, and for the public in general, which of course is key to the development of high-speed line services. The fact is that, as you know, in France we were lucky to construct our first high-speed lines a few decades ago, actually 40 years ago. So along the years, we accumulated also some, I think, good and valuable data about optimization of the maintenance, optimization of the operation, and so this is also what we are happy to discuss with our colleagues in order to at least take the most benefits they can about this experience, to build their own standards and expertise in high-speed rail, actually. So it happens that at this very moment in time, these days, you may have read in the press that we are also closely cooperating with Deutsche Bahn to open a high-speed service between Paris and Berlin, sometimes in the near future. So this paves the way to greater distance in high speed through high-speed lines, and we see there is a strong appetite of especially European citizens for even longer distance with high speed. I mean, people can now accept to spend like 6-7 hours in high-speed trains compared to the services they could have with airlines, actually. And so that's why we also consider opening greater distance with high-speed lines, and taking into account that we can offer through high-tech, high-speed trains similar services to what the people could get from airlines and airports. Actually, we are confident that these new long-distance connections, in addition to the night trains, which are also now meeting a very strong demand from European people, all these together will pave the way to hopefully in the future some high-speed trains, between Paris, Germany, Prague, and through, I suppose, some connection to Warsaw also. So actually, this extension of the network on the central eastern part of Europe, these connections, we see that as very, very promising to develop even better rail services through the high-speed lines. So this is what I wanted to share a little bit this morning. We are of course open to any question on these matters, but I propose I will leave the floor to people more involved from Poland, especially in the development of this network, as we are a sort of external body supporting the project as we can, but of course not really involved in the deep construction and future operation of these high-speed lines in the two countries.
So thank you very much, Jean-Christophe. Of course, as you said, that the network in France started the operation in 1981, if I remember well. I was there, and maybe not everybody around the table. And okay, that's why I have some white hair here in this room. So thank you very much. Thank you for your support. Also, as you said, concerning the developments in Central and Eastern Europe, due to the fact that you have a deep knowledge on this topic, you say concerning maintenance and other topics. So thank you very much, Jean-Christophe, for that. Is there some questions? Are there some questions to Jean-Christophe? Here? No. So thank you very much, and keep online, Jean-Christophe.
I will stay online, yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. I will give the floor now to because you spoke about Poland just now, to Radosław Kantak, who is member of the board of at the railway division of Solidarity Transport Hub. So you have the floor, Radosław.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for invitation and having an opportunity to tell you about our project, where we are, and how it's important to the whole region, to whole Central Eastern Europe. Actually, coming here, I prepared a certain dedicated presentation to it. However, having some conversation this morning with a few people around, I think the start I have to slightly change due to the fact that a lot of questions came across, especially yesterday when our representative arrived to the conference, and a lot of people asked questions about our company itself, because I have to admit that our STH is a quite still new company on the market, on the Polish market especially. Because we were established at the end of 2018, after a long conversation with regards to the potential new implementing a new highway speed railway system in Poland, and the government finally set up a direct company who is responsible for construction of such a network, and this is here we are. So our job started at the end of 2018, where we were set up and established, but physically, company itself, the proper work started in next year, 2019, because we had to obviously engage a lot of experts with a special knowledge with regards to highways, high-speed railway. And since that time, our company became, I would say, one of the major players and investors in Poland with regards to infrastructure projects, a part of PKP PLK, who is possibly known to everyone because they're existing on the market for quite a while now. We became equal investor on that section. Since that time, I present you just to give you a flavor, a short film presenting where the Poland is, how it will be connected with our countries neighboring to us, Lithuania, Czechia, Slovakia. If we can start with a short movie first. Okay, thank you for that, and we can come to our original presentation. We can start with that, but adding to this also what is important to mention, that a majority of the projects which are already started, because we are on different projects are on different stages now, some of them on feasibility studies, some of them on already on the design. We're still waiting for that most important thing, which is construction, but hopefully that will start middle next year. The funds are coming, and this is combined. At the moment, the funds are coming directly from the budget of Poland, but in the future it will be combined, not only the funds coming from the government, but also we will be applying for European Union funds, so that will help us also to progress with some works. We already have good experiences with that, because last year we were awarded for 3 projects which will go to the competition for the whole Europe, and all projects were taken into consideration, and 3 of our projects which were presented were given the first 3 places, and we took nearly 50% of the money which European Union awarded to that. So this is our first big success. We are very happy that European Union also look at how important those lines are for the whole Europe, especially in the center. Now, coming back to our subject, especially for how important it is for the Central and Eastern Europe, we have to take into consideration that those countries involved late in the Central and Eastern Europe, the population is nearly 1/3 of the whole European Union countries. This is a very important parameter we're looking at, and also the GDP of all those countries are approximately nearly 10% of the whole European Union. It is important to us also that to transform our economies must go into 2 directions. It must be innovative and must also provide high added value. And we are looking for, especially for the infrastructure projects, to do so. Having said that, the program is one of the pillars of such economic transformation. And as mentioned my colleague on the previous presentation, it will be an airport hub which will integrate 3 transport major factors, which will be air, rail, and road. Finally, we intend to construct, and our company is responsible for whole the project. Whole project includes approximately 2,000 kilometers of construction of a new lines, where nearly 50% of that there will be a high-speed railway lines. However, it also must to be mentioned that program also includes nearly 5,500 kilometers of existing conventional lines which must be reconstructed. That part of the program is under our control, but is done by our partner PKP PLK. So that is important. STH is responsible for constructing of absolutely new railway lines. So this is what I would like to clearly highlight it. In terms of expenditures, as I mentioned before, part of the money will be coming from the budget, but we will obviously going to European Union funds. But in total, our capex, we estimated it approximately 20 billion euro. But it's obviously for the specific period. It is between the years 2020, where the project started, and finally it's supposed to be completed by the year 2035. Also, what we forecasted, that railway investment will generate around 60 billion euro of additional global production, because that won't be only available companies. There will be involved also companies who will provide us such as materials. Obviously, cars stock is important to secure the for the start of the operating year, which will be 27-28, to secure the relevant numbers of trains. The program, when we set up, provide. I would like to provide a few major parameters what our railway lines will be looking at, and the design speed. It would be a 350 operating speed for the passengers. Trains will be up to 250. However, the transport for freight, the operating speed will be 120. Nowadays, what we're operating currently in Poland is 40, so it's increase of nearly 3 times, which should significantly change the delivery time. Also, it's necessary to completely rebuild the electrification in our country, because at the moment, whole country is providing only 3K. If we would like to construct 250 and maybe in the future higher speeds for on our lines, we must prepare the completely new electrification system. So that is why the decision was made, and we provide 25 kV. As you can see, these are a couple of slides. As I mentioned, the project started in 2020 itself, and is going to be finished at the end of 34-35. During that time, each year, I would like to mention actually 3 major and most important dates for our project. This is obviously the first date which we started the project, is 2020 year. Then is 2023, where we are going to start first construction works. They will be taking on the line between Warsaw and Łódź, and Łódź Wrocław. So there will be the first projects under construction phase next year, and the rest will be progressing every year. Every year we are estimated to roughly spend approximately, when we start the construction phase, approximately 2.5-3 billion euro each year. So this is the size of a project. After completion, the STH railway system will provide, and hopefully will do, the fast, frequent and seamless access to the heart of the system, which will be the airport and the node around the airport. And our target is also to provide such a possibility for passengers from every direction from the major city in our country to be able to get into the airport with maximum 2.5 hours. Believe or not, but still in Poland there are existing some cities, even nearly 100,000 population, that they have no access to the railway whatsoever. They are still. But we are going to change it, and this is one of also key items we're looking at. And what we are trying to do also to bring convenient railway services to currently, as I mentioned, isolated remote regions of Poland, providing reasonable travel time to the stations. Historically, when we look, the Central Eastern Europe has no experience in high-speed railway whatsoever. Now over 50 years there were no construction such lines, and as it was mentioned on the previous session, it is important and time, and I think this is the last whistle, that when we were supposed to start and complete those works, and hopefully also that part of Europe will be at least equal to what we can see at the western side of our continent. Our aim is to also to connect our major lines with our colleagues from Rail Baltica. So that would be connected on the northeast, and going to the south, our aim is to also to connect, as Radek mentioned on the previous presentation, with all the lines with Czechia. We're also thinking about, as I had opportunity over 3 weeks ago to be in Bratislava to speak in Slovakia with relation to possibilities to connect also Bratislava, but it's still early ages to get you some more details about it. But we are open to the discussion and to help anyone who is interested to progress further. Also, what we take into consideration is still is on early stage of analysis, but a direction into Ukraine, but to connect major cities such as Lviv and Kiev. However, this is, as I mentioned, this is only on the very early stages, and hopefully this project will also soon can kick off and develop in that direction. This is what was mentioned. What we try to also to get, and we hope there will be some benefits coming from the integration between all the countries. So we would like to uniform all the parameters, all the sections, all certification. It will be much easier to travel between cities, especially main cities. Approximately from the major cities will be in the north. We talk about 90 minutes maximum. Some of the exclusions will be obviously, as Radek mentioned, Prague. At the moment we travel 8 hours. Hopefully we can get from Warsaw to Prague within a maximum 4 hours, but from Wrocław, which is next to the border with Czechia, that will be less than 2 hours. So the distance will be shortened and available for everyone. What we've done so far on the project is we had to develop, because Poland hasn't got any experience in high-speed railway network, we had to develop standards which will help us to actually to provide and to progress with our ideas. What we've done, and our study was based on some standards which are already existing. Some of them were coming from Spain, from France, from Italy. We have a MOU signed off with a Spanish government. We closely working with ADIF in Spain. We also have a good relation and good, for the last 1.5 years, I would say, is already gone, but we have workshops with SNCF, also showing us their experiences, and some of them best practices will be used in our project. But recently we had also quite close relationship with our colleagues from Rail Baltica. We met firstly last year in Madrid, and since that time we progressed a lot. Recently we have a good workshops together, exchange of a lot of information between us, and I think it's fruitful for both sides. I think that would be all for my presentation in relation to our project. What I would like to add, maybe you are most welcome to look at our website where we set up already our standards. They are both languages, Polish and English. Those languages, standards are now under the discussion of our market, but we're still waiting for the reply, and hopefully soon the document will be finalized as a one which could be used to anyone help. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rad, for your very detailed presentation concerning your country and the countries around. When we are in Western Europe, we always think about east-west corridors, but here we are more in the north-south corridor, yeah, because there is Jean-Marc, exactly, also here concerning this project, and you spoke about Czech Republic with our colleague at the beginning, and also Slovakia and Ukraine. I have only one question. We had yesterday the passenger director of Ukrainian Railways here online, and he told us that he will develop some railway lines with a standard gauge of UIC. That means that when you think about connection with until Lviv or Kiev, it is with standard gauge.
With standard gauge, exactly.
Okay, thank you for this answer. And you spoke also about multimodality and standards. So do not forget that there are also UIC standards, and not only standards coming from Spain, France, or others. So concerning high-speed rail, we have finalized a set of 6 standards for high-speed rail, and we are working now on 4 new standards concerning energy, concerning a lot of things for high-speed rail. So you can have access to these standards when you will be a UIC member.
If I may add, Mark, because you mentioned about how complex are the standards. Our standards are connecting every single part of for the high-speed railway. It includes electrification, it includes bridges, any sorts of necessary equipment for that purpose. So I think the standards we established, they are quite comprehensive, full information to anyone who would like to be involved in the project. That was our aim, actually, to provide such a document.
Yes, great. So we can work together on that, because our standards we have done for the high-speed rail are more guidelines than standards for industry.
Well, the standards got 31 volumes, which is nearly 2,000 pages. So you can imagine how many information is in there.
Yes, I totally imagine. I know what that, and I'm sorry, I will not read them. So as we are speaking about the north-south corridor, so I will invite Jean-Marc to give a speech concerning Rail Baltica. You are the head of systems and operation department in this association company. Sorry.
Yes, hello, good morning. Yeah, indeed, so I represent the Rail Baltica joint venture. So this is a company who is in charge of delivering Rail Baltica in the 3 Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. And today is a really great opportunity, and we'd like to thank our organizer and UIC for this conference, when we can have, I think, for the first time, the 3 main high-speed projects in Eastern Europe together in the same table. So I will give you a short introduction on the Rail Baltica project status. Thank you. Trying to be brief, so we have maybe more time for questions. So what is Rail Baltica? So Rail Baltica, this is the missing link in the standard gauge in the Baltic states, connecting Poland and then all Europe, between the three Baltic states and the main cities of the Baltic states. So the line is mainly north-south from Tallinn to Polish border. But we have also one important branch from Kaunas to Vilnius, allowing them to link together the three capitals of Baltic states. So we'll have one infrastructure that will be mixed traffic. So we will have freight and passengers with high-speed trains running at 249 km per hour. Freight train at 120. We have also regional trains at 200 and as well as night trains. You can see on the map the different main cities. Actually, we have 7 international stations in the Baltic states for the passengers and about 45 regional ones. And we have also some intermodal freight centers, so one at least per country, and also some additional ones, allowing also to make all the intermodal exchange for the freight. And when we look to the south and west, so our gateway is Poland, and I think that's I really thanks for this presenting this first time this map showing the three high-speed project together with Poland, Czech, Slovakia, and Hungary. So indeed, our target for high-speed train is mainly Warsaw for now, but we are now developing, and that was one of the topics of our meetings together with Solidarity Transport Hub, to develop maybe new origin destination that could be interesting in between Poland and the Baltic and further. Also, that echo what Jean-Christophe was saying regarding the possibility now for high-speed trains to go up to 7 hours of travel time that is now accepted by the passengers. They consider this as a possibility and are ready to get such long time in the trains. And so we are really looking for further developing all these relations day and night through to Poland, through further Germany, Czech, Slovakia, and Hungary. So technical aspect of the line, so as I said, that's 870 kilometers of standard gauge for mixed traffic. Signaling will be RTMS level 2, and we'll be going for FRMCS. That will be the new radio systems, probably among the first to go to this new standard. So let's use this greenfield opportunity. 2-term 25 kilovolt electrification. I think I will come back a bit later on that. We also have used opportunity of to be greenfields in a quite, let's say, the simple landscape configuration to have a parameter looking for future for the freight trains. So we'll have 1,050 meter long freight trains capability. So all sidings, all stations are designed already for that. Axle load is 25 tons per axle. And we have also a wider and higher gauge compared to traditional GC that is coming actually from Sweden, and that actually allow to typically transport some 400 meter, 4 meters trucks on the standard wagons. So you can see the travel times on this slide. So that's actually the travel time between the Baltic capital. So we'll get a kind of consolidated version before, but in general we are dividing by 2 or even by 3, depending of the different ODs. The time that you can achieve now, typically by road, which is the main competitor, and we are also very competitive in the main OD with aviation. Yeah. So you can see on that slide the consolidated travel time. So Tallinn to Warsaw, which is our longer distance travel so far that we considered. It's 6 hours and 47, less than 7 hours. That probably will be reduced further. That we have to analyze with our partners, depending also the actual design of the lines and the possibility of the speed that we'll have. Yeah. So that's travel time are the one we are sure to reach. Yeah. But you can see typically 4 hours Warsaw-Vilnius. We will have also 5 hours to Riga to Warsaw. Yeah. So and for Tallinn to Warsaw, that will be every 7 hours. So that's the main one we have. This is for high speed. For night, it will be a bit longer, but still 200 kilometers per hour night trains. So, but allowing, of course, to go further, Vienna, Prague, Berlin are our main target destination in regular traffic. Yeah. So what is the progress? Today, so design works is an advanced stage in the Free State. So in general, we are working in parallel in the Free States, going ahead. So all design, mainly north of Kaunas, is an advanced stage and allowed to start construction in very soon. Even some construction objects have been started, some mini road bridge in Estonia, plus the main stations. Latvia also main station is already in well advancing, and in Lithuania some bridge ones that you can see on that picture, and some embankment section are well started. We have today is a very important day for us because we have started the procurements published today of the electrification for design and build, and for the first time this is a contract covering 3 states. So single contract for Free State, 870 kilometers of line, 2,000 and more of catenaries, and so this is starting today. So we hope to send the contract until end of next year, and then we'll be ready for deployment of this electrification in from 2024. And CCS, also a very important part. So this one we are targeting to start the procurement, design and build in the end of this year. And of course, financing is important for us as for all our projects. So we have all the application of CEF that we are preparing. So last year we have submitted the application for CEF 8, and we are now in the intensive work for CEF 9. And that's important also in parallel to all our procurement plans are with many procurement for study construction. So if you are interested, please follow us on our website, because there will be for sure something interesting for your activity, your company. Yeah. Military mobility, this is also an important aspect for us, and that's also supporting our implementations. And Finland and Poland, our partners, are for with whom we are very involved, as we already underlined. Yeah. Yeah. So about the timeline, yeah. So that's all the planning phase, and the big part of design phase is already ongoing. So this construction, as I said, was started. We intend to have all the mainland construction to be effectively under work until 2024. And have all the railway system already getting ready. So that's important. This is also part of stimulus to economy. This as it is important in this post-COVID and over difficulty that we have in Europe. Yeah. But we really head for this progressive completion of Rail Baltica, starting operations starting from 2026 in some first sections, pilot sections. Until 2030 to complete the entire line corridor project, and then we could deliver this full interoperable corridor and in full connectivity with our gateway Poland and further countries. Yeah. So brief overview of all our partners. I think as 2 other projects, we are also really truly European and looking, benchmarking all the different experience, technologies, and know-how of the different country. You can see all the country and company was participating with us so far. There is many exhibitions and contact in a different format and fairs in the seminar when we are participating, or we can find also us. Yeah. Yeah. So we have a key tenders. So just in general, this is a list. You can see these ones. You will find more information on our website, and also just to be also very a bit consistent and explaining, we have there is RB-Rail, which is a joint venture for the implementation in 3 Baltic states, but the implementation is shared with our colleague for implementing body for every country. So we have a share of responsibility in different fields, and we are cooperating every day together. I also will say hello to them. I see some colleagues in the room as well. And so all these different procurement are, let's say, all available on our website for the 4 companies, and then you can follow and get involved and participate as soon as you want. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Jean-Marc, for all these explanations. So I see that all these 3 projects are complementary. what we have seen this morning or afternoon now, and in Czech Republic, in Poland, and also in Baltic countries. So I wish you a great success, and do not forget that UIC is also the forum where you can get some contribution coming from other partners, and also concerning standards and other things. So as we are speaking concerning high-speed rail, I'm obliged to say that that maybe you know all around the table that the next World Congress on high-speed rail is organized in Marrakesh on the 10th March 2023. Marrakesh is a marvelous city, so you are all welcome to come in this marvelous country. And tomorrow we will have in Marrakesh an organizing committee in order that this event will be also a success, where we are waiting for 1,500 people coming there. So thank you very much, guys, for your presentations, and we can applaud everybody.